Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Spiritual Justice Gym, Trusted Gym. I got this Quito, you can call me Quito, you want me to do, I answer to both. Please like, share, subscribe, donate, all that good jazz. I'm trying to get all my cards out so I can make this quick. Holy Spirit give us messages about twin flames, kingdom spouses, soulmates, lovers. Let's see. Somebody is confused. Confusion. Somebody want to tell you the truth about something? And then it was detachment because it was in their shadow side. Okay, so somebody have a lot of responsibilities and emotional needs that they need to take care of, and that's what put them in their shadow side. They had to detach because they was confused. They're confused about where to stand because of they have a lot of financial responsibilities and emotional needs, and they this person is in their shadow side, and they're not clear because they're in their shadow side, so they can't see things clearly. Like the dark night of the soul. Clarify this confusion, Holy Spirit. Clarify this confusion. Yeah, they're confused because their money may not be right, or something about money. Their money may not be right, and that's what they're, yeah. This person wants to tell you the truth about how much they love you, how passionate they are for you. They want to tell you. They're trying to get the strength because they have detached. They have detached from you because they're unbalanced. And then the confession is other people, where some people think loving somebody flaws and all is like not telling them the truth about themselves, and that is furthest from the truth. When you love somebody that flaws and all, that's the more reason why you would tell this person the truth about themselves. That's why you would. I'm that type of person. If you can't accept the truth, you can't be with me. If you can't look at yourself and say, hey, yeah, I fucked up, or hey, yeah, I'm this good person, or hey, yeah, if you just can't accept the truth, then you can't be with me. And some people think because, if I love their flaws, then I got to deal with it and, not tell them. But if I love you, I got to tell you the truth. Like, yo, that you was wrong for that. Yo, that's, you bad at that. Like, you don't do good with that. And I do it in a loving way. I don't try to be mean, but just because you love somebody don't mean you have to put up their bullshit. You can still love them and deal with them and still don't have to put up their bullshit. It's a certain level of finessiness. Not finessing the person, but finessing the situation. You got to learn what's yours and what's that person to deal with. I'm very good at, okay, this is my shit. I know this is my shit. I got to deal with this. But this ain't my shit. That's a personal thing. You need to go see a counselor or something about that. Being disconnected seeing that my sister had some mental issues that she had to be taken care of, and I did too. I had some mental issues because I didn't grieve my mom's death, and that's part of my sister's problem too. We didn't grieve our mama properly, and we wasn't given the proper tools. And another one, my sister suffered sexual abuse growing up as a teenager, so that puts us at a disadvantage with our relationship because I wasn't and she was. And so I had survivor's guilt, a lot of that, just to explain the backstory. But when I talked to my counselor, she told me that twins are so, we're so connected and so bonded that it's hard for us to disconnect. But it was easy for me because it wasn't, I won't say easy, it was easier for me because nothing in my life made sense. And then my counselor was like, well, have you ever thought of that your sister is lying to you? Because why doesn't it make sense? I said, because nothing adds up. And she was like, well, who's the person that's mostly in your life? I said, my kids. And she said, about the adult person. I said, my sister. my twin sister, and you like I accepted everything as like that book fact, like nothing. I didn't never doubt that she was lying to me. So once I took that into consideration and learned how to disconnect from that particular relationship, and I had a husband that I was married to, had to divorce him, so I learned how to detach from these very emotional. Like I thought I was going to be with my husband for the rest of my life. Well, my ex-husband for the rest of my life, because he's not my husband no more. I thought I was going to be with him for the rest of my life because I took my vows very seriously. Clearly, he didn't. And so once I learned to detach from people like that were close to me but were no good for me, then this is how I grew into this person that I am. Because I learned how to detach, and from there it was a heart detachment. I almost unalived myself. I'm not even gonna lie, from my marriage, because I really, he was my best friend. And we was best friends before we ever did, like 6-7 months before we ever, even said we liked each other. That's a true story. So it hurted me, it devastated me, the things that he did and he allowed his people to do, and the things that my sister did to me and lied on me about and lied to me about, it devastated me. And so with those devastations, that's how I grew into the person of what is my shit, and I owned it. The counselor told me to work on me. I was like, how did you allow this situation to expire? And I took that I could be an enabler, and I could deny that something that's right in front of my face. So I took that and I grew from that, and that's how I became the person that, okay, in a relationship, that's your shit. In a relationship, this is my shit. And I won't let nobody, I won't say change me, because every relationship, everything, every experience we have change us, but I won't let nobody not be me. I won't just, that he think this way, so I'm gonna think this way. I'm not that person. I'm an individual. Even though we're married, I'm still an individual. I still have my personal thoughts and feelings. We can come together. That's why communication is very key to relationships. We can come together and and converse about things and see where we can meet at. But I'm gonna always be an individual before I be anybody, husband, wife, mother, anything, because I'm an individual, and I very much value that part of myself, and I let that part of myself grow, because a lot of people don't know how to be in relationships and let their individuality grow in a relationship. That's why you have to compromise, because you have to understand that you're an individual before you're anything. Before I'm a mother, I'm an individual. Before I'm a wife, I'm an individual. Before I'm a friend, I'm an individual. And just because you have our thoughts and ideas don't mean I have to adapt to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to take on your thoughts and ideas. You can have them and still be you, and we still be friends. But people don't understand that. They think that we always have to do all the same thing. We can do the same things, but we don't have to always think the same way and have the same pattern. And all the time, sometimes you want to do something and your friend want to do something else. That's them being an individual. Well, my friend is an introvert and I'm an extrovert. I like going, cliff, how do they say, climbing the cliffs and stuff like that, and doing stuff like that. And I like to skinny dip or skydive. My friend, she's more in the house, more of a person that likes to be in the house, or likes to do things. But we compromise. So one time out of the year, she has to do one adventurous thing that I like to do, so we can have that bonding time. And one time out of the year, I have to do something that she really likes to do, that's introverted. And that's two people who value their friendships and value themselves, but are individuals that come together to compromise. And that's how you do it. I don't, just because, like, if my friend is sad and can't pay a bill, I'm like, oh, friend, let me help you out. Here, let me pay a bill for you. Let me help you out. That's different. That's being there for one another. That's genuine love. Or, you want me to watch your kid or something like that. That's genuine love. That's not something that is, not being an individual. That's just how relationships work. You help one another out, and you be there for one another. So people don't understand that you can love someone and still be an individual, but I do. I love people who are individuals, lead themselves. Don't take on my identity. Take on your identity. Keep your identity. I'm gonna keep mine, and we can share. Clarify responsibilities. Is this the part? Yeah. Clarify responsibilities. Holy Spirit, clarify. Because of his responsibilities or because of her responsibilities and emotional needs, it makes them insecure. So someone, a lot of what they have to take care of makes them insecure. And that at first I didn't understand that in a particular relationship. Like, I'm not an insecure person at all, anything. But everybody don't have the same, like, I have what they call high blood pressure. I don't claim it, but sometimes my blood pressure get too high if I'm in, like, I have an autistic daughter that I take care of constantly, and if I'm constantly doing things that make my blood pressure high. So that don't make me insecure, because it's not an insecure illness. But some people have insecure illnesses that makes them like shameful, because certain medicines can make somebody like really loopy and like, oh, I don't understand, but then when they come out the medication they still be in pain, but they're loopy. And I had to understand that it's very unique situations that I had to grow to understand, because I'm not one that's sickly, so I can't say, oh yeah, I understand. I don't, but I can empathize with that person, right? And now I better understand, even though I don't understand how to. I haven't had the experience, but I have the experience of being with someone. I understand how this person. I don't understand, but I understand how this person. That's how the Holy Spirit said, you don't understand, but you understand. I understand how this person can be insecure. I understand why this person is insecure. And if I probably had that particular illness going on, I probably would be insecure too. So I'll be like, dang, that's messed up. And so it makes me have more empathy. And I can see why this person is insecure. So a lot of times I will give people like that grace, because that's what they need. Because they're not whole like you. They're always sick, and I'm not always sick. I'm always up and about. So I would never understand. I would never be able to understand. I would never be able to understand fully, but I can, I know never to understand fully, but I can understand where this person is coming from. So that being said, that I understand it, that's why I can grant empathy, and I can say, okay, I see why this person is insecure. I see why this person, lacks confidence in this particular area, because some people are so needy that, it'll make you, like, when my kids get needy, it irritates me. And I know kids are needy. Some kids are needy. It irritates me. I'm a Capricorn, and I learned that I deal with my emotions there. If I'm going through a bad time, I won't put it on nobody. I won't go bother nobody. I'll go talk to God. I'll write in my journal, and I'll figure out a solution. Everybody is not like that. And I had to learn that. My kids are not like that. And I had to, it used to frustrate me. I had to learn to turn it down and just teach them how I deal with it. And I had to learn other ways that other people deal with it, because every child that I have, everybody have a different personality type, and I had to learn to adapt to each one of their personality type. Like my son EJ, he is a Scorpio. He's a water sign. He's very emotional. He's not like my other boys. I have a Sagittarius and I have an Aquarius who deal with. Kimani is very logical. Daniel is very rah rah rah. He'll pop pop. He really a fire sign. He like, yeah, where I'm at. Doing the, like, he don't, when he deal with sad times or anything, you'll know. Like, you probably won't know, but I know. I'm like, why you doing that? He was like, I'm just trying to take my mind on something. And that's how he deal with his ish. And my Aquarius son to just think about it, or just go sleep it off, you know what I mean? That's why he deal with his ish. Or he'll think about it in another way, and I'll be like, dang, how you think about it like that? He said, push the situation, push him to think about it like that, because if he thinking about it the way that it is, or the way that normal people think about it, make him crazy. So, you get what I'm saying? And Kimani is more like me. He'll go deal with his problems himself. He won't too much bring them to you. He won't prove too much mess, but he'll come and tell me, Mom, I'm having a problem. And I can see, like, he thought about it, he thought every which way. Then his last resort is to come bother me. And I don't mean bother me as like he's bothering me, but that's in his mind, he's bothering me. And that's the one I'll be like, son, what's going on? Did I anger you? Because you'll never know. He's in Aquarius, he's good at it. And then I have a daughter that's a Pisces, Aquarius/Pisces. She's on that cusp. And boy, should she wear me down. She's always spitting out, like, every little thing that bothers her. I don't like this. she's very like that. You know what I mean? So I have different personality types in my household, and I had to learn to adapt to every one of them. And I know each one of my kids, so I know how to deal with them, and that lets me help me know people too. Like some people are like my daughter, and I used to, she used to get on my nerves. But now I deal with her. I laugh at her. I'm like, "You bored, ain't you?" She be like, "Yeah, how you know?" Cause she get to talking and talking and talking, and she be bored, and she want to go do something, dye her hair. She always got to do something. Her brain is always on the go. She's a very bright child, and so she's always on the go. And that's the same thing with when in these relationships. Sometimes you have to see your person like a child, and I see my person as a child sometimes, because everybody was a child once upon a time, and I have to see the hurt, the pain, and the child in that person. And that's how sometimes you have to view your person to help your person, especially if you're dealing with soulmate, kingdom spouse, twin flame, any type of divine connection like that, and heavy connection like that. You have to understand, and try to understand your child, your partner's inner child. My partner inner child is, I'm a daredevil. Like, I like, oh, you got me a challenge. Oh, you think I can't do that? Oh, okay. Let me show you something real quick. And I'm the devil. I'm the complete opposite of my twin. Complete opposite. Like, you tell, okay, play with it. Watch me. But I'm solid with it. He was like, how do you have this solid? My mom, I had a very good mom who didn't let people walk over me, who taught me self-confidence. He taught me how to stand up with people, how to, navigate myself, even in sexual situations. Even when my uncle tried to grape me when I was a teenager, I said, you just gonna grape me? Your own flesh and blood, your own niece? My mom has always taught me to stand up for myself. I had a very strong, even though my father was absent, my mother was a very strong influence in my life, and she taught me how to stand up for myself, and not to be afraid to speak up. She said either way they're going to do whatever they're going to do, whether you speak up or not. And that was one of the most valuable lessons I could have learned. And another one was to stand up for myself. I let this girl beat me up for no reason because I couldn't talk well, and she just thought she could bully me. My mom said, if you don't go back to that school the next day and I don't get a call that you don't whoop this girl, you know what? My mama cussed. She went to some country. So yeah, judge your mama, don't judge mine. Okay. Goodbye. I understood my mama very well, and I beat that girl so bad. I had beat her so bad I felt bad because I didn't know I could get that angry. Because I'm just like on coast mode. I can coast real good. My mama said, "Shy, you did that?" I'm like, she was like, "Good job." And they was up there, we don't condone violence. My mama said, "Well, when my daughter was hit, the girl, they didn't do nothing. They just let her hit me, bully me, and it was constant. Like refer. She would get a referral, but nothing else would happen. It would just get written up." And my mama, once I tacked that ass, it completely stopped. She completely stopped bothering me. Yeah, yeah. And she used to look at me. She was like, "She's crazy." Yeah. So my mom, they didn't like my mom the way she parent. And she was like, "That's good job." She said, "And I don't get." My mom was cussing them. I don't care. Like, well, Dwalla, you can't do that. You let her keep hitting my child and bullying my child until I told my child to stand up for herself. So yeah. My mama was like that, and I had a very strong foundation from my mom. Everybody don't have strong foundations from their mom. Everybody didn't have a strong mom. Everybody didn't have a parent that could tell somebody to go kiss their ass and really mollywop them on the floor, dog walk them if they ever tried to cross you or your boundary. A lot of people did not have that, so it either make you weak or it make you strong. If you didn't have a parent like that, I had a parent like that, so it made me balanced. So yeah, that's why with my kids, I teach my kids how to navigate this situation. They just won't leave you alone. Spoke up, and you have to handle yourself. Hey, it is what it is, and I got your back. I'm more of a calm parent than my mama. My mama didn't play that. My mama did not play that. She will mollywop the floor with you, and then give you something to drink. Are you okay? And help you heal, bandage you right up. That's how my mama was. Then she gonna ask you, "Did you learn your lesson?" I think it's cute. I don't know. I guess because it's my mama. I don't know. I just love the way that my mom was. My mom was very artsy, very creative. My mom could sing, rap, dance. Like, I don't know about rap, but my mama could sing and dance. She could dance her ass off. She could sing her ass. Like, my mom was literally, anybody that knew my mom can vouch what I'm saying. Dewala could sing. Dewala could really dance. And she used to, because my mom was big, so she used to buy clothes and have to resew them, or, put holes in them, make them more like stylish, so she could really dress her ass off. She used to dress us to the T. My mama didn't play. So I guess that's why now I don't care about, like, I could dress my ass off if I really wanted to. Like, if I really wanted to make a statement, I know how to dress my ass off. Like, if I put up my birthday picture, you'll be like, damn, yeah, she know how to dress her ass off. But, like, I don't know. I'm more of a, I don't know. I'm just more of a introvert now. But yeah, these, somebody didn't have a strong foundation. So yeah, they want a new opportunity with you to, yeah, this is a very spiritual connection to gain some type of wisdom on how to move forward with you. They're trying to love you the way they want to, but it's some kind of deceptions here. Yeah, this person is easy to fall back in bad habits when they're insecure. They can easily fall back, like go back to fornicating or whatever they did as a bad habit. They're easily to do that. So you need to understand that this person have a lot of illusion, scarcity mindset, and they love to fall in bad habits once they're in this insecure phase. So just be mindful of that. I'm out.